Folks, you should really never do anything in anger. And I was going through various things today, watching various programming and reviewing the events of the past week. And the longer I reviewed, the angrier I got. And then I came to the bully, I'll call him, signing or indicating, I'm not sure, I don't think it was an executive order, but he indicated that he was going to explore withholding funding from any sanctuary city. And I said to myself that this man is completely out of control. And I gotta tell you, I am not a proponent of illegal immigration, but at the same time, I can feel for people who are just trying to better themselves or their families or do the right things. Now, I put people who commit crimes, that's in another whole category. People who commit, real crimes, and they're not legal residents of this country, I got no problem with kicking them to the curb. But I do have a problem with going after people who are, as I stated, just trying to survive, just trying to live, just trying to do better, for their families, etc. Now, there is a school of thought that if we got rid of all of the illegal residents living in this country, that things would be better for the country. And some black people have said, yeah, there would be more jobs for us, etc., etc., etc. Okay. Yeah, if that's the way you want to go, fine. I'm not going to argue or dispute that with you. I've stated my opinion on it, and obviously you're entitled to have yours. But at the same time, for a bully to come in and try to thwart the will of the people in that they don't want to go along with targeting people who possibly don't look like them or speak their language. And if these people are doing nothing wrong, leave them the hell alone. Now, when the bully decided that he was going to have the, I guess, Secretary of the Treasury, whenever he gets confirmed, seek a way to cut off the flow of federal dollars to these various sanctuary, and I'll call them municipalities, because in some cases they're cities, and in some cases they're counties, and in a few cases they're entire states, to me is wrong. Okay? It's just straight out wrong. And when Mayor Marty Walsh stepped up and held a press conference and basically told the bully, not by name, but by inference, that Boston wasn't going to go along with it. It's my opinion that the majority of the sanctuary municipalities are going to side with him. Now, you may not think that there are a lot of sanctuary cities out there, but guess what? You're wrong. There are a ton of sanctuary cities out there. Or I should rephrase that and say sanctuary municipalities. I did a little research and I came to find that there are 294 sanctuary municipalities or more in the United States. And I'm going to give you a list of them. I'm not going to list all the cities and the counties, but I'm going to give you a list by state so that you can see for yourself just how many sanctuary municipalities there are. There is one in Alaska. The city of Anchorage is also listed, but it's disputing its listing. And I'm not going to go into whatever the reasons are that it's disputing its listing. There are 5 sanctuary municipalities in Arizona. The city of Chandler disputes its listing. There are 95 listed in California. So California basically is a sanctuary state. The city of Fresno disputes its listing, as does the city, not the county, but the city of San Bernardino and also the city of Santa Maria. In Colorado, all counties are listed as sanctuary counties. That includes 9 cities, with Thornton being the only city that actually is disputing its listing. Connecticut has 8 sanctuary cities or municipalities. Florida has 22, with Deltona disputing its listing. Georgia has 1, and the one that's listed is Dalton, and it disputes its listing. Illinois has 6. Iowa has 1, and Iowa City is the only one there. Various counties, however, in Iowa require court-issued probable cause warrants or court orders in order to detain a person that is undocumented. Kansas has 7. Louisiana has 2, surprisingly. Maine has 1 specific city, but the entire state is covered under state statute protecting undocumented people. Maryland has 7 municipalities, with Gaithersburg disputing its status. Massachusetts has 8. The city of Northampton limits the cooperation it will give to the ICE officials. Orleans disputes its listing, as does Springfield. Michigan has 2. Ann Arbor and Detroit. Minnesota has 8, where Worthington disputes its listing. Nebraska has 5 municipalities. Nevada has 3, and the only area or municipality that isn't covered or isn't attempting to protect illegal residents is Reno. It's disputing its status. New Jersey has 12. Fort Lee disputes its status, as does Hightstown. New Mexico has 11. The only city that disputes its listing is Aztec. New York, the state, has 21. North Carolina has 7. The state of North Dakota, by state statute, is an entire state of sanctuary. Ohio has 9. Oklahoma, surprisingly, has 2, of which Oklahoma City, I know for sure, is 1. Oregon has 12, plus the entire state and 19 counties have specific legislation protecting undocumented people. Pennsylvania has 7. The entire state of Rhode Island and the city of Providence have specific protections on the books protecting illegal residents. Texas has 15. Baytown, Texas disputes its listing. That's the only one. Utah, the entire state has protections, and the city of Salt Lake City has specific protections. The city of Provo is disputing its listing. Virginia has 4 sanctuary municipalities, with Virginia Beach disputing its listing. Vermont has 3 sanctuary cities or municipalities. Washington has 17 counties that are sanctuary protected counties with 4 specific cities. Wisconsin has 3 municipalities, including Milwaukee County, home of Super Coon David Clark Jr. So it's funny, Mr. Law and Order wasn't able to get the county supervisors to do something about illegal residents. That one, when I saw that, I shook my head, to be honest with you. Wyoming has 1 sanctuary city with Jackson Hole also listed, but Jackson Hole disputes its listing. And Washington, D.C. obviously is one municipality, and it is also listed as a sanctuary city. So altogether, there are 294 plus sanctuary municipalities, and that's not all, because there was an updated list from my understanding, and there were at least another 15 or 20 sanctuary municipalities that should be added to these numbers. Now, in case you want to check it out for yourself, you can go to a website, and I'll give you the website name. It's everything is lowercase, ojjpac.org/sanctuary.asp. That's the website that I obtained the information from. So the speech that he gave regarding the protection of illegal people, and I'm not talking about, the guy that, robbed somebody, robbed a bank, committed a felony of any type. I'm talking about people that are just going to work, coming home, trying to raise their kids and do the best that they can for their, their families. Those are the people that I'm talking about. And I do have empathy, and I can feel for these people. And unlike my people who were brought here in chains on boats, I guess you could call us illegal, except that we were bought and sold, and our labor was used in order to build this country. So given that, we didn't want to be here, but we were made to be here. I think that people should just leave these people alone, and the Congress should get on its job and put together legislation in order to help these people one way or another. Now, whether that help is providing them with legal status, a path to citizenship, that's on them, okay? But they should get off the backs of these people and stop making this, an issue. If, again, they want to provide penalties, i.e. deportation for people who commit offenses, nobody is going to have a problem with that. But if it comes down to a mother and a father who came here illegally, whether they were fleeing tyranny from another country, i.e. Guatemala, Nicaragua, those countries down there where the drug wars are raging like crazy, and people are grabbing up their families and traveling, more than 1,000 miles across Mexico to get here, and they get lucky enough to get themselves established. Obviously, they are already paying taxes for the most part, but they are not able to derive any benefit from the taxes that they're paying. They can't vote. They have no effect on our political process. They're just living and contributing, and the only thing that they're getting back is for their kids' public education, limited, if any, social services. Leave them alone. So I want to thank Mayor Walsh for stepping up to the plate and just saying it the way that it should be said. This, quote unquote, is America, at least for most people, if not all, America supposedly was founded on welcoming people that were fleeing from tyranny and oppression, etc., etc., etc. So that's what these people are doing. Did they do it the right way? No, they didn't. For the most part, did they have a choice? More than likely, probably not. They were willing to take their chances to get here, and I think that in itself should be recognized and something done to get these people right with the country. That's just my opinion. Obviously, you're entitled to yours, but again, I think that Mayor Walsh is not alone. I'm pretty sure that the mayor of Los Angeles and San Antonio and Houston, San Francisco, Portland, Seattle, New York, all those mayors would probably step up to the plate if they could all be gotten together and issue a joint statement that would echo everything that Mayor Marty Walsh said.